What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. The situation surrounding the New England Patriots and Jay Brown has reached a level of intensity that I have genuinely never seen before with a trade that has not officially happened yet. Because right now, in mid-May of 2026, every single report, every single insider update, every single move both franchises are making is pointing in exactly one direction. And the trade talk between New England and Philadelphia is absolutely heating back up in a massive way. So if you want every piece of this puzzle laid out in front of you clearly and completely, you are in the right place. Let's get into it right now. Let's start with the most urgent and most telling update that dropped just in the last several days, because this one changes the temperature of this whole conversation significantly. Wide receiver Kayshon Boutte, currently on the Patriots roster, has been absent from the team's voluntary offseason workout program. Head coach Mike Vrabel confirmed it himself. And here's why that detail matters so much. Boutte has been directly linked to trade rumors because of the steady drumbeat of New England's pursuit of Jay Brown. Think about the logic here for 1 second. The Patriots signed Romeo Doubs to a substantial 4-year contract in free agency. They leave the wide receiver position completely untouched through 9 picks at the NFL draft. And now one of their existing receivers is mysteriously absent from voluntary workouts while trade speculation swirls around his name. This front office is not doing anything by accident. Every roster signal they are sending right now is deliberately pointing toward one outcome, and Boutte's absence from those workouts is yet another flashing neon sign that something big is coming. Now let's talk about what the Eagles did, because Philadelphia's off-season moves have essentially confirmed this trade more loudly than any press release ever could. The Eagles selected wide receiver Makai Lemon with the 20th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, trading up 3 positions to make sure they landed him. Lemon was the reigning Biletnikoff Award winner out of USC with 79 catches for 1,156 yards in his final college season. You do not give up 3 picks to jump ahead of teams and grab a receiver in the top 20 unless you know your current number 1 is walking out the door. On top of that, Philadelphia spent the entire offseason loading up at wide receiver in free agency, bringing in Hollywood Brown, Dontavian Wicks, and Elijah Moore to the position group. They have essentially built an entirely new wide receiver room from scratch, while Jay Brown is still technically on their roster. Eagles general manager Howie Roseman keeps repeating the same carefully worded line that Jay Brown is an Eagle, but nobody in the league is buying it anymore. When a reporter pushed him on it again recently, Roseman literally responded by asking what the odds were that his answer would be any different than it had been everywhere else. That is not a denial. That is a man who has already made a decision internally and is simply not going to announce it on Philadelphia's timeline. He is going to announce it on June 1st's timeline, which is exactly what every insider has been saying for weeks. And speaking of what insiders are saying, the reporting landscape around this trade could not be more one-sided. Adam Schefter of ESPN has placed the Patriots at the clear forefront of trade talks for Jay Brown repeatedly and consistently. He noted that while another team could theoretically emerge as a contender before June 1st, right now, New England is the undisputed favorite to land the 28-year-old superstar. Mike Giardi of the Boston Sports Journal went even further, predicting that if Brown joins forces with Mike Vrabel and Drake May in Foxborough, his contributions to that offense are going to be strong and immediate. And ESPN's Tim McManus connected the dots between the Eagles drafting Makai Lemon and the Schefter reporting about Brown heading to New England, laying out the full picture in a way that is impossible to ignore. Multiple sources have confirmed that the Eagles had serious conversations with both the Los Angeles Rams and the Patriots back in March, and those conversations never truly stopped. They simply moved into a quieter phase, while both sides wait for the most financially strategic moment to pull the trigger. Now, here is something that has not gotten nearly enough attention in this conversation, and it adds a fascinating human element to what is otherwise a purely transactional football story. Multiple reports have surfaced suggesting that Mike Vrabel may not be the only reason Jay Brown wants to be a Patriot. Brown spent the first 3 years of his NFL career playing for Vrabel with the Tennessee Titans, and the trust and respect between those two men is genuine and well documented. But beyond the coaching relationship, there are indications that Brown himself has been engaged in this process in a way that goes deeper than just passive interest in a trade destination. When a player of Brown's stature is this connected to where he ends up, when his personality and his preference are clearly influencing the direction of these talks, it tells you that this is not just a business transaction. This is a situation where the player wants this to happen just as badly as the team does. And when a franchise player and a receiving team are both pulling in the same direction, trades have a way of getting done. The financial picture remains crystal clear and has not changed in weeks. The trade is expected to happen on or immediately after June 2, the first business day after June 1 steed, which is when the Eagles' dead cap charge on Brown drops from a brutal $43.5 million, all in 1 year, down to $16.35 million this season, with $27.15 million split into 2027. That difference in cap impact is the entire reason this deal has not already been announced. It is not hesitation. It is not cold feet. It is pure financial engineering, and both front offices are sophisticated enough to wait the few remaining weeks for the math to work in their favor. Brown's actual salary $29 million in 2026, $21 million in 2027, $32 million in 2028, and $31 million in 2029 does not change based on when the trade happens. And the Patriots, sitting at over $35 million in cap space right now, can absorb that contract without breaking a sweat or needing to restructure a single existing deal. Then there is the wild card that people keep bringing up in the comments and in the football media, and it deserves a real conversation. What if the Patriots land both a Jay Brown and Stefon Diggs? That possibility has actually been floated by multiple reporters, with the note that Diggs would reportedly be open to a reunion in New England despite his messy departure. Diggs is a free agent right now and has been linked to 4 teams in the immediate post-Patriots era. The reporting specifically noted that the pending trade for a Jay Brown is the primary roadblock to bringing Diggs back, meaning that if Brown comes through the door, Diggs likely goes elsewhere. But if for any reason the Brown deal falls through, the Patriots have a legitimate and experienced backup option available to them that Vrabel and May are already familiar with. The safety net is real, and it shows just how thoroughly this front office has prepared for every possible outcome in this process. And zoom out for just one moment and appreciate the full context of what the Patriots are building around Drake May heading into the 2026 season, because the wide receiver situation does not exist in isolation. New offensive lineman Elijah Vera Tucker is preparing to participate in upcoming OTAs. Jared Wilson has moved back to center in what is being called a full-circle moment for one of the team's most important young players. Rookie, third-round tight end Eli Raridon gives May a 3-down weapon at a premium position. Safety Kevin Byard was signed and immediately slotted into a starting role, giving the defense a ball hawk who tied for the NFL lead in interceptions in 2025 with 7 picks. The bottom line right now is simple. The A.J. Brown trade talks are not cooling off. They are not stalling. They are heating up, moving closer, and getting louder with every day that June 1 approaches. The signals from both franchises are overwhelming. The insider reporting is as confident as it gets without an official announcement. And the New England Patriots are sitting right at the center of the most electric trade story in the entire NFL offseason of 2026. Buckle up, because the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be absolutely wild. If you want to be the first person on your timeline to know the second this trade becomes official, you need to be subscribed to this channel with notifications turned all the way on. Drop a comment below right now and tell me, are you fully confident the A.J. Brown trade gets done, or do you still have a little doubt in the back of your mind? Let me know. Like this video if it gave you the latest, share it with every Patriots fan you know, and I will catch you in the very next one. Let's go, New England.